2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, what's going on, Jersey community? It's early Sunday morning, and get myself ready for church and everything, getting everything prepared so I can get ready to go out with the family. So, this commentary um, just jumped to put, a thought, just a thought. So this is a commentary. So just bear with me. I'm going to cover 5 points, five points about us being men and things that men do. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the first point. Okay, point number one is age. I know in the Jersey community we have some young fellas. We have some fellas that are around our age or my age. I'm 42 years old. As I said, I've been in the Jersey game actually since '92. But at that time, as Neil and Snacks had referred to, back in those early '90s, we were wearing the champion jerseys, and those champion jerseys were not that expensive. Those champion jerseys, if I can remember, I used to get money from my father's passing, Social Security money I was getting every month, and I would buy those jerseys. I want to say they were around $29, between $29 and $35, if I'm right. Yeah, around about $29, $49. I used to go to this place called Herman's in Eastland Mall to pick those jerseys up. So when I pick those jerseys up, I can pick up 3, 4 at a time. I will get myself those jerseys. I will buy some T-shirts to match the number, and I buy some jogging pants, and I try to get me a headband or maybe a matching cap. And I didn't think nothing else of it. I would just wear that. That was just my thing because I liked NBA basketball. I always liked the NBA. So I would wear those. My friends would tease me saying, "Man, you from Detroit, man. Why you wearing Brad Daugherty? Why you wearing Larry Bird? We hate Larry Bird." And that Larry Bird was sweet because it was closest to the real thing as far as the color, because those champion jerseys were they wasn't like the game jerseys or the authentic ones. The authentic ones are like direct replica of the game jersey, and the replica is a replica of the authentic. You see what I'm saying? So they were totally different, but who cared at that time? So that's when I was a young man. So I was collecting those jerseys as a young man, and as 2000 up during that time, that was like 90 up to 93, 94. Champion gotten better with their replicas, and that's when I got that Larry Johnson with the jersey and the shorts. And then I was wearing hockey jerseys and football jerseys, and Nike were making them. And at that time, during the transition period there, I kind of got away from the jerseys. That's when I started preaching. When I started preaching, my wardrobe changed. I started, looking more like I'm looking now. Started wearing more of the suits and ties and button-ups, slacks, casual shoes. Doing that because I at that time, I was positioning myself in the church. So so I didn't wear the jerseys. I didn't wear them for the fact that I was, trying to get my rank and get in my position in the church. So I dressed apart because I was around those type of people. I was around the elders and the bishops, and I was learning, soaking in all that information. School of hard knocks basically. And as time went on, I was placed over certain departments, placed over the youth department, and being placed with the youth department. And the funny thing was, I was around the same age as the youth. I was no more than about 2 years or a year older than these people. So I was around these people and I learned maturity. But being in the youth department, it kind of, brought me back to my peers. And so, being brought back to my peers, I began to, look back at jerseys again. It was interesting. During that time, the jersey craze hit. Because honestly, I don't know be for real with you. I don't understand or know the music of the 2000s, because during the time period when I was listening to hip hop music, it was from 1986 to around 1998. That was during the time that I would listen to the music. So that's been an 11 year span of listening to the music. So as far as 2000 up until this point right now, I don't know nothing. I knew nothing about Nelly's reign or none of these guys' reign. I don't even know their names, some of their names, because during that period I just stopped listening to hip hop music. I mainly stayed more so to the gospel music or old hip hop music or old or R&B. That what I was stuck in a time capsule then. Okay, so saying all that, it goes right here to the jersey craze of 2000, early 2000s, 2001, 2003, 2004, whatever. When hip hop glamorized jerseys. I knew about Jay-Z. So Jay-Z, yes, I knew about, because Jay-Z is a part of that 90s generation. The Bigs, the Small, the Bigs, the Pacs, the Nas's. He's in that class, that mid to late 90s crew. So Jay-Z was around that scene. So when Jigga was wearing the jerseys, Dame Dash and the rest of them guys, I could relate to them dudes. Nelly may look sweet. Of course, Bow Wow. I didn't really much big on Bow Wow or Fabulous. These guys I wasn't really familiar with because I didn't listen to their music. I can't even name one Fabulous song. I can't even name you a Bow Wow song. I mean, Nelly, I can name a song, but I didn't get with his music because I just wasn't with that Southern style. I wasn't even on Ludacris. I just was not in tune with the Southern style of music. I was more so just the Midwest. Anything out of Detroit, anything out of New York, even the West Coast. I was on. But to the jersey craze, when they started wearing these jerseys, now that's when I started saying, hey, wait a minute. Now that's when I started looking at jerseys even heavier then. But at that time, I still was accustomed to those champions that were between the prices of $30 and $50. Now, when I seen the price of the Mitchell and Ness, I said, man, $350. I said, nah, dog. I can't rock with that, man. So, when I seen that, I said, nah, I can't flex with that, man. That's too pricey. So that was pretty much my age of the jersey. But then in 2004, 5, I think 2006 is when I purchased my first Mitchell and Ness jersey. When I purchased my first Mitchell and Ness jersey, it was on eBay. It was that Connie Hawkins, and I got that Connie Hawkins for about $65-$70. So I just ordered it, got it in, and to check it out, and I said, whoa, man, I was blown away because I never had an authentic jersey before. So when I got that Connie Hawkins Mitchell Ness jersey, that opened up the Pandora box for me. So anything that was not Mitchell and Ness, I wasn't flexing with it. But as a collector, from that time up until 3 years ago, I was just hitting them, bop, 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 just hitting them, because during that time, a lot of cats were letting those jerseys go because they didn't want them no more because the fad was over. But then you had guys like myself who were on jerseys before the jersey craze hit. You know, it was a bonus for me because I was getting Mitchell and Ness jerseys at the price of the replicas I was getting, like when Late Show 2 was there on eBay. I was hitting them I was buying 3, 4, 5, possibly a week from this guy. So my jersey collection, you know, went from 1 pieces to 300 pieces within 2 years. That's so I'm gonna go ahead and get back to priority, man. I know I already spent a lot of time. Now, this is priority. As I just gave you the backstory of everything. So I'm glad I gave you the backstory. So every subject will be, you know, every point will be less time because I just gave you the whole backstory of my jersey collection and where I come from. So, being the age that I am now, being 42 years old, my priorities have changed tremendously now. You know, with 2 kids, this big house, the 2 cars I got to pay for. I don't want to tell y'all all my business, but I got to take care of whatever. This does not mean that I'm not going. This does not mean that I'm not, you know, going to not buy any more jerseys. Of course I am, but not as I did because my age, I'm older now, and you know, a lot of my thought processing has changed now. So with age comes wisdom. With age comes change. So as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize things that are important. You know, and I know as I get older, I'm gonna see even things that are more important. But at this point in time in my life right now, I'm seeing that right here is important. That little girl, that little boy, you know, I gotta watch him, especially him. He's a teenager now, and this boy he's smelling himself now, so I gotta keep him in check. I got a little girl that every day I pick her up from school or pick her up from her grandparents or her aunt's house. She always asking for toys every day. Every day she wants something, you know. And I got my wife who has demands on me. She wants to, you know, like a woman, she wants to renovate the house. That's what she want to do, you know. So, and me, I gotta admit, I'm a type of dude that like to stick and move. I don't like to stay in one place at one time. I stick and move. I change up quickly. So as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize things. I'm starting to put things in their proper perspective. So let's get to point number 2. Point number 2 is collection. Now, as being a jersey head, what are you collecting and why are you collecting? And those are things you should ask yourself these questions here. You should ask yourself, what am I collecting? How am I collecting? Why am I collecting? Where do I expect to go with this collection? And it will be where. Well, where would I put it? So I learned that in the art of writing. You gotta know the what, the where, the how, the when, and the where. Those 5 things. But why are you collecting what you're collecting? You gotta ask yourself that question. In my earlier years, I was collecting for the sake of just having more than everyone else. You know, I wanted all these jerseys because I wanted to be unique. I wanted to be different than all the guys in my neighborhood. Everyone in my neighborhood at the time was following the trends of hip hop. They were following the trends of, you know, NWA, wearing all black hats, you know, black cloaks. Actually, in the city of Detroit, they were doing that. Some of them were wearing Troop outfits. Troop was big in Detroit this time. And Nike, Michael Jordan tracksuits, Leah Cott Sport Tees tracksuits. Tracksuits were pretty big, you know, during my younger years. Then, you know, pretty much anything that R&B and hip hop was promoting, this is what they were doing. And my time of growing up, Detroit was like a fashion plate for some reason. you know, the finest gears, the finest this, the finest that, Coogee sweaters, all this other stuff. You know, this is what they were doing. They were following trends. And I wanted to do something different. So I would wear jerseys. That was my thing. Cats were wearing this. I put on a hockey jersey, put on some slacks, put on my boots. I'm good. You know, it looked rough. It looked like I was a roughneck, but I'm no roughneck, man. I'm no thug. Never was a thug. I knew them. Maybe hung around some of those. But I was not that kind of guy. As I say, man, I'm a reverend. And I was a reverend for a long time. So, before I took the ranks of being a reverend, like I said, I wore the jerseys, slacks, or jogging pants, matching shoes, or Timberland boots. That was just my thing. I liked to be comfortable at that time, you know, before I got into the button-ups and slacks and dress shoes. So why I was collecting when I was younger is because I wanted to be different. As time went on, as I got back into the jersey fashion of jersey, you know, collecting of jerseys, why was I collecting them? At that time, being honest, I was trying to catch up what I lost off. I was trying to catch up what I lost, or trying to recreate what I lost. You know, all those years that I lost in jersey collecting, I tried to catch up with that. You know, that's why I bought so many teams and so many jerseys. I have jerseys I haven't even worn yet. I mean, from teams that I'm not even a fan of. You know, the player I might like. I thought this person was a good player. Didn't necessarily like the player or the team or cheer for the team. Certain teams I cheered for, some teams I didn't. Okay, so no team in all the sports I hold higher than my Detroit teams. You know, no other team I admire more than my Detroit teams. Sure, I like the Philadelphia 76ers. Sure, I like the Eagles. Sure, I like the Steelers. Of course, I like the Knicks. Okay, I don't like the Heat that much. I mean, I like the early Heat, but I don't like the Heat because people was bandwagon. I like certain teams, true, but that does not mean that I should collect them. You know, and that's something that I did. I collected all these teams and all these names because I was trying to, you know, bring back what I missed, trying to collect what I missed out on. And when I got them, you know, I'm like, now they're just sitting there, you know. So that's the reason why I collected during that period of time. So then I took a 2 year to 3 year hiatus from collecting jerseys. And I began to look at my collection. And I looked at, you know, brothers were still posting, brothers were still doing videos, and, you know, big up to Slim, Snacks, and Mighty Mouse. They were putting them up there, you know. And I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to this game, man, because, you know, I try other things, you know, things with the watches, the yays, and then again in that too, I was like, man, this ain't doing nothing for me. You know, so I just started selling stuff off. I started selling off the classes, started selling off the watches. I'm like, man, I don't even need this stuff no more, man. You know, so now I'm at the point of this. I only want to collect things that I am tied to as far as Detroit culture is concerned. That's why I did the video of the Derek Coleman, the Steve Smith, the Chris Webber, the Bad Boy Pistons, the 2004 championship Piston team, the Jerry Stackhouse, the Teal jersey, the Grant Hills. You know, teams that are Detroit based. So now that's what I'm collecting now. Things that are Detroit based. So No disrespect to anyone that collects anything else. Collect whatever you want to collect. But I'm changing again to just collect teams. Collect the teams that are associated with Detroit. Like I have some George Gervin's Iceman. Iceman was from Detroit, man. Persian High School. You know what I'm saying? So why not George Gervin? Let's get to point number 3. Okay, point number 3 is priority. What is priority to you? Now, you have some brothers in the community as like your Snacks, your Slims, and your Mighty Mouse fans. Those guys are lifestyle collectors. So that's why they have a vast collection. They're lifestyle collectors. If you are a lifestyle collector, then yeah, I understand that. Now, I'm not a lifestyle collector. I have a huge collection, but I'm not a lifestyle collector. A lifestyle collector is one who lives for the game. And I don't hate on those. If you live for the game, do just that. And Snacks and Mighty and Slim, them dudes got the most heat because those dudes are lifestyle collectors. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily a lifestyle collector because I got so many irons in the fire, man. So many irons in the fire. Me, I know how to stick and move. So therefore, I cannot necessarily be a lifestyle collector because I move to so many things quickly. You know, I have so many hats that I wear as far as the church, at work, home, in the community. I have here with the Jersey community. I have a lot of hats that I wear. And so therefore I cannot be a lifestyle collector because I just can't live a certain lifestyle. I have to know how to blend in with all walks of society. So my priority is not a lifestyle collector. Now, if that is yours, that's yours. I have too many things going on. I explained to you my daughter and my son, my wife, her home, the house. You know, I got less than a decade before I can retire from the big 3. So I have to get myself ready for that. You see what I'm saying? I have to get myself ready for retirement. It's going to be here before I know it. So I got to get myself prepared for retirement. So that's a priority. Get myself prepared for retirement. Get my daughter, getting her set off to school, get my son ready for life because he's in 8th grade now. So after high school, that's only 4 years. He got to get prepared for life. What are you gonna do? You going to school? What are you gonna do, bro? You gonna go to trade school, go to college? What are you gonna do? So I have to really focus my energy on that. And as far in the church, I got to know exactly what direction the church is going because I'm moving up. I'm older now, and I have to take on more of a leadership role now. I'm older now, so I got to take on a leadership role and help steer the direction of the church. So there is great priority in those sectors. This is just a hobby. So sometimes you got to put your hobbies on back burner. You know, my jersey collecting and my collecting was almost top priority. You know, I was looking for the next deal. So now I have to put that priority on back burner. I got to make my collection the last thing on my priority. That got to be done. That got to be last. Okay? Family first. Career. Church. Oh, health. Why did I forget health? Oh my God. I forgot health. So it got to be health, family, career, church, then collection. Now, I don't put God in this priority. Why I don't put God in this priority? Because God is all. God is above all. So I cannot put him as priority. He's above all. So he don't have a number when it comes to priority because he's ultimate. So he don't fit in the equation of priority. Okay? So I know a lot of my church folks like, where's God at? God is in all this. So therefore God is not in the priority because he's all. He's beyond a number. So my health, if I'm not healthy, if I'm not eating, I lost about 60 pounds last year to now. I gained 30 of that back. That's a no-no. So I have to lose that back. Okay, I know what to do. So I got to lose that back, right? I need my health. I need my blood pressure down. I need my health. I'm not trying to be no body downers. There's no beaches I want to go to in Detroit. I'm not trying to go to Belle Isle and walk the beach with my shirt off. I'm a clergyman. How that look? I walk around with my shirt off. You know, and I'm not trying to have a six pack from my wife. We've been married 19 years. Just like Harold Melvin in the Blue Note said, if you don't know me by now, you will never know me. If she don't know me now, she never will. So I'm not trying to have this body. I just want good health, okay? With good health, then I can monitor my family, make sure they are all right, make sure things taken care of for them. Then my career, making sure that that my money is going in the areas it should go, making sure that I have other avenues of revenue coming in. Then make sure that the church is being steered in the right direction, okay? And then once that is kind of cool, then once in a while I pick up a new hot joint, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and get to point number 4. Point number 4, wants. What is it that you really, 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 really want? As being a jersey collector, you should collect the things you want. But if you want everything, your pocket's gonna be hurt in a way. So what I want now is my priority straight. You know, so now I'm just actually what I'm doing now, to be honest, is just really creating things that I would really want in my collection. You know, there's a lot of things that, man, I gotta go downstairs in the basement and I look through the jerseys, man, and I'm like, man, I'm not even wearing this one. I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing this. I'm not wearing that. You know, I don't necessarily want it anymore because I'm not wearing it. It has no value to me no more now. A lot of them don't have any more value to me no more. And that's going to lead to point number 5. But as being collectors, jersey collectors, know what you want, man. Just don't jump on the deal. You know? So there was a Sweet Kings jersey out there. Real Sweet Kings jersey out there, right? It was a Mitch Richmond. Sweet. Bad. But I was not a Kings fan. I'm not a Kings fan. Mitch Richmond was cool, but I was not necessarily a Mitch Richmond fan. I wasn't. I wasn't even a Tim Hardaway fan. I wasn't necessarily a Chris Mullin fan. I wasn't really a fan of the. They were cool to watch whenever I saw them, but I wasn't following them. They wasn't the Pistons. They weren't even the Bulls. So I mainly stayed focused on the Pistons during that time. You know, so it's all about what you want. You know. You should just get the things you want. If that's what you want, man, then you get those things, you know. So don't just chase the deals, you know. You will come across some crazy deals, man. Crazy deals. So you, as collectors, especially the young collectors, we got a whole new generation of collectors. And there's one fella said this here. He says Mitchell & Ness makes jerseys that older people will buy, because us young people, we don't have established yet like older people to buy these $300 jerseys. And I gotta admit, I am blessed that I can purchase a $300 jersey. But I'll be honest with you, that money can go to other places. But, you know, I can buy a $300 jersey. I prefer not to, but push come to shove, I get that. But at the same time, you know, if that's what you really, really, really want, then go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? But know what you're getting and know what you want. Last but not least, my last point is selling. I'm selling a lot of my stuff. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm selling a lot of jerseys. And I'm not going to ask a whole lot of money either, because I think I got my money's worth. But I'm not going to lowball myself either now. Come on now. I'm not going to lowball myself. But I am going to sell a lot of my jerseys. Why, you ask me? I'm not wearing them. I'm not wearing them. So I'm a collector who wears my stuff. You know, I'm not going to buy a watch that I'm not going to wear. I'm not going to buy glasses or a ring that I'm not going to wear. You know, my wife said it to me. She went in the basement. She was cleaning out the basement. She said, "Baby, you got all this stuff and you're not even wearing it. What's the point of having it?" And I said, "Because it's my stuff." Then, you know, I marinated on it. I said, she right. I got all of them jerseys and I'm not wearing them. Now, the ones that I do know I wear, I'm keeping them. Because, you know what's funny? There's a rotation that I wear when I'm going out. There's a rotation of jerseys that I wear whenever I'm going out. But there's some jerseys that I just simply don't wear. I just don't wear them. I look at it and I'll pass over it every time. Every time I'll pass over them. Every single time. Because I'm not going to wear them. It's just something about my energy or my spirit toward certain ones that I wear and there's certain ones that I don't wear. I just won't wear my spirit. I'm like, I'm not really feeling this one, so I'm not going to wear it. You know, I usually wear my jerseys to Wednesday night church or to certain church meetings, and you know the guys get a kick out of it. Like, man, you got all them jerseys, man. When I was coaching football, I wear my jerseys to certain games or practice. We got all these jerseys, Coach V. It's kind of funny. So, and also Jersey brothers, you may even, so a lot of y'all are selling jerseys, and that's cool. That's cool. You know, but just making that announcement. I'm selling a lot of my jerseys, man. I'm getting rid of a whole lot of them. Whole lot of them. So you'll find them on eBay. I prefer to get them on eBay because I give everyone a chance, and I may even post some on Facebook just to, you know, out there. But I am not going to lowball myself. I will give you a great deal for the jerseys. You know, a lot of folk, they sell their stuff because they're in hard time. And they fall on hard times, but in this culture, everybody's on hard times because ain't nothing getting cheaper. Everything is going up in price. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. This has been a long video. So it's a documentary, and I just want to just talk to my brothers about their priorities and the transition that I'm going through again. Another transition. And I was talking to my Uncle Fred, and Uncle Fred is in his 70s. He said, "Boy, you gonna always change. I'm changing now, and I'm in my 70s." Like, what? I ain't even 50 yet. All these changing. So until the next video, man, I still got these pickups coming in, and I will be selling a whole lot of stuff. So for my brothers who are buying from me, now you got the opportunity to have pickup vids and pick up vids and posting pictures and stuff. So now I'm giving y'all a new opportunity to cash in on what I'm selling so that you can make videos. Until that time, I'll be looking for those videos. Peace and shalom.